Welcome, Enneagram 3, to Finding Calm in Chaos. The world is crazy, but you don't have to be. So in this episode, I want to talk about how the world that we find ourselves in, a world that feels a little chaotic and a little crazy, how that's potentially impacting you as an Enneagram 3. I want to talk about what happens in the body for a 3 when things are stressful and chaotic, and emotionally what's probably coming up. I also want to caution you against a few things that will definitely lead you down a path that isn't good. So I want to help you be aware of those before they happen. I also want to invite you to use your gifts during this time when the world needs you so much. And then finally, I've got 4 simple ways that you can care for your body and soul, and that you can find that calm that you're looking for in a chaotic world. This is 9 in 9, Enneagram Wisdom for Life. I'm Jen Stanley. Let's dive in. So the Enneagram 3 is very driven to be effective and successful. An Enneagram 3 wants to make admirable and important contributions to the world. You know, 3s will value ambition and efficiency, impact, productivity. I feel like if the 3s could rid the world of things, they would rid the world of time wasters and negativity. So in this world where there is so much negativity between people, between leaders, between countries even, it can be really, really frustrating to a 3. Questioning of everything that's going on can just feel like a really strong weight that is just dragging you down. That is tough. The way that this is probably going to show up in the body is it's going to be centered, in between the head and the heart center. So a lot of tension in the shoulders and in the back, in the neck. We see a lot of headaches and eye strain from Enneagram 3s. And this is mostly because they have that sort of, I will work through anything, I will work through the pain. And so, quite literally, the posture even of a 3 can sometimes be one that is going to cause that strain in the upper body area. Now, emotionally, the 3 is going to be the first to say, everything's fine, I'm working, I'm good. But when a 3 gets honest about the emotions, they're going to see restlessness. And this is going to be around feeling like they should do something to make an impact. And so maybe if they just work harder, they will be able to make an impact. Or it might be the opposite of that. There might be a restlessness because they don't want to hear what's going on. They don't want to look at what's happening in the world. And so it's this restlessness of like, can't we just move on? Like, can't we just get past this and get back to work as usual? Also, shame. If the 3 starts looking around and realizing, man, I am not doing enough. I should be doing more. I am not doing enough to take care of my family, or I'm not doing enough to educate my kids about what's going on, or I'm not doing enough to fight back on a situation or a policy that I disagree with, or I'm not doing enough to care for the marginalized people of the world. There can be a lot of shame that shows up. And then, of course, anytime a 3 has any sense of stress, there's going to be impatience. They're going to want things to be fixed faster. They're going to want other people to do something faster, fix it faster, just anything to get out of that discomfort and get things working efficiently, productively, and successfully. When a 3 is under stress, they're going to go to the 9 and they're going to want to numb the feelings. So this is going to happen by basically just kind of shutting down. Like, I'm going to numb with either sleeping or binge watching something, or drinking alcohol, or eating food, or anything to just numb all of the discomfort and emotion that's coming up for the 3. So I want to caution the 3 about a few things. Like, the first would be overworking. So maybe you're overworking because you want to prove that you're valuable, that you have worth in this world of uncertainty and chaos. Or maybe you want to overwork just to avoid having to deal with the feelings around what's going on. But always be aware as a 3 of overworking, because you're trying to prove something. You need to figure out what it is you're trying to prove and deal with that instead of just the overworking. Okay, and the second thing to be aware of, and this is a common warning for a 3, would just be ignoring emotions. So that is only going to lead to being disconnected from the people around you and burnt out. So you've got to find a way to access emotions and bring them into what you're doing so that you're being honest and authentic. And finally, I want you to be cautious about misguided decision making. And what I mean here is, sometimes it's easy for a 3 to just jump on board with something because it sounds really good, or wow, I should do that. That a lot of people are doing that. That's a really great thing. I should do more of that. And really, you need to pause and ask yourself, is this the thing I care the most about? Or is this just something I want to do because a lot of people are doing it and it seems really good? So slowing down and making those decisions of what you will and won't do based on who you authentically are, as opposed to seems like the best or coolest thing to do. So Enneagram 3, we definitely need your gifts of leadership and getting things done in a world that is crazy. But as a 3, you really have the gift of leadership, of stepping in, of creating solutions that are efficient, that are effective, and that will move the needle forward. So when you decide what impact you want to make, commit to it fully, and then lead for change, and do it because it's coming from a place of care and love, and like, this is the impact I'm going to make. And then you're going to use your gifts of inspiring others, of rallying people together, and of moving something forward. So let's pause for just a minute, because I want to tell you about a really great opportunity that I have for you. And when we get back, I'm going to share with you the 4 simple ways that you can take care of your body, your soul, and find that calm in chaos. Hey, I've got a question for you. If this is resonating with you, but you're not exactly sure what to do with it, or you'd like to take another step, I'd love to talk to you. So you can book a call with me for free, and that link is in the comment section of this podcast. So just check it out. Okay, Enneagram 3, here are 4 simple ways that you can care for yourself and create more calm in a chaotic world. Now, remember that we are constantly wanting to push emotion away and stay really busy and sort of drive forward. We tend to ignore exhaustion. We tend to ignore pain and just kind of keep working towards the goal. So for your body, I want you to do a practice called somatic stillness. So this is where you just lie flat on the floor, and I want you to have your arms all the way extended out, and then you simply breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. You could have music on, but with no lyrics, something just instrumental. But I want you to really focus on breathing a full breath of air, holding for just a moment, and then letting it go. The question that I think is important to ask, what impact do I want to make, regardless of how it's perceived? What impact is important to me long term? What impact do I want to pour myself into, not because it's going to make me look good, but because I really care about the impact it's going to make in the world? The action to take for an Enneagram 3 is sort of the opposite of action, and that is to slow down, to just slow down and be present, to slow down and take deep breaths a few times a day, to be truly with the people you are with. It's not natural for the Enneagram 3, but it will create a sense of peace and calm in your life when you just learn how to slow things down. As a gratitude practice, I'd like for you every day to be identifying the feelings that you have around any number of situations. So At the end of the day, try to identify 3 to 5 feelings that you know you experienced during the day, but maybe you were too quick to push away. I hope these practices will help you slow down, experience calm and peace in a chaotic world.